So welcome to day 13 of our Strong and Lean Challenge. Today is an active recovery day, so we're going to be stretching out the shoulders, the arms, and the hips today. So you want to get yourself a mat. That's all you need. You can take your shoes off if you want, and we are going to start standing up. And we're just going to work through stretching out the shoulders and then the hips. So let's get started. Let's stand up. It is 21 minutes today. So yeah, let's get going. So let's start standing. Feet are hip distance apart. Strong base of support in the feet. And you want to lift up those toes to start with. Pull those shoulders down and back. Pull the belly in. Connect the quads. Now let's just reach our hands back behind us. Clasp the hands together. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. And just give your shoulders a wiggle for a minute. And then we're going to come forward into a forward hinge fold. And reach those hands towards the floor. And just breathe. Maybe look towards the floor, towards your heels. Trying to feel that active stretch through those shoulders. And we're going to take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to drop the hands towards the floor. And then clasp them in together towards the floor. Now we're going to shift over to the left side. And then use our right oblique to pick us all the way up to standing, reaching those hands overhead. Then we're going to reach over to the right side and roll ourselves, curving through the spine and bringing yourself to the center. Let's roll over to the right side. Use the left oblique to pick you up and roll all the way up, doing those windmills. Over to the left and roll through it, finding that nice articulation in the spine. One more time to the left, lift it up all the way over and over to the right and rolling through that spine. Stay in the middle here, release the hands, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, start to roll the spine up to standing. So pulling the belly in, articulating the spine like you're pushing those vertebrae against an imaginary wall behind you. One vertebrae at a time until the head is stacked nicely over the shoulders. Reach those arms up overhead, turn the palms to face the front, and then bend the elbows down and back as you push the chest forward for your cactus pose. Inhale, reach the hands up, palms face each other. Exhale, palms face the front, bend the elbows back, push the chest forward, cactus pose. One more time, reach the hands up. And this time, elbows come back, and then reach those hands behind the back again, clasp them, squeeze the shoulders, and let's hinge and fold forward, finding that nice stretch in the shoulders, using that exhale breath to come even closer towards the floor. Breathing into both sides of the waistline, relaxing through the head, neck and shoulders, and just allowing those hands to be heavy, the knees to be as straight as possible, stretching out those hamstrings. Then inhale, release the hands to the floor. Exhale, we're going to roll all the way up, rounding through the spine. Reach those hands up overhead, and this time keep the arms overhead as we give a little baby back bend to salute the sun. So lift the chest, the sternum, lengthen the spine, salute the sun. Come back to neutral, and we're going to step forward to a left lunge. So bring your hands down to your sides, pick up your left foot. Foot comes out in front, right foot comes back, and push down into that heel. Once you're in that nice forward lunge, reach those hands up. Squeeze that back glute and find that nice, strong lunge. Then from here, we're going to bend the knee, bring it down to the floor, unravel the back foot, and push the hips forward even more. Then from there, bring your hands, sorry if you can't see me, bring your hand to the front of your thigh, reach just the right hand up, and a little baby side bend over to the left, stretching that right quad, that right hip flexor. Reach it up, inhale, exhale, bring the hands down to the floor, uncurl that right foot, pick the knee up off the floor. Now find the connection with the belly as you pull that knee back in to come to your standing at the front of your mat and into a forward fold. Let's just stay in a forward fold. You can clasp your hands into your elbows if you want, and just allow the torso to be heavy, hanging off of those hip bones, finding the space between that sacroiliac joint, the length in the back of the hamstrings. Then we're going to inhale, release the hands, exhale, roll the spine up, one vertebrae at a time, peeling the spine against that imaginary wall, reach those hands up, and a little baby back bend, salute the sun. Find that length as we salute the sun. Don't just crunch into the spine. Really lift and lengthen the spine. Then exhale, arms come out wide as we come back down, forward fold. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Lengthening all the way up. Reach the hands up overhead, baby back bend, salute the sun. Exhale, arms come back behind us, clasp those hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulders, and come into a forward fold. Stretching the hamstrings, stretching the shoulders, gluing those palms together if you can. Your arms might only be here, and that's okay, but you want to try and get them as close towards the floor as you can. Relax through the neck. Make sure that the quads are connected so that you're not just hyperextending in those knees. You're stretching the hamstrings, but not the ligaments in the knees. Stay here and breathe in, and as you exhale, release the hands to the floor. Inhale, exhale, roll it up, pulling the belly in, finding that length in the spine as we stand all the way up. Reach the hands up overhead, lengthen the spine, salute the sun. Exhale, bring the hands facing forward, elbows back, cactus pose. Inhale, reach it up, salute the sun. Exhale, bring the hands back, cactus pose. One more time, inhale, salute the sun, and now hands come in towards the sides. We're going to step forward with the right foot and back with the left and come into that lunge. Once you're in that nice comfortable lunge, reach both hands up, find length in both waistlines, squeeze that left glute, and just come forward a little bit more. Then when you're ready, bring your hands down towards your thigh, bring the knee to the floor, uncurl the back knee. You might need to adjust your front foot. I'm going to adjust my back so I don't come out of the picture. Squeeze that left glute and push the hips forward even more, stretching down that front of the thigh. Then we're going to lift that left hand up. Our left leg is back. We're lifting the left hand and a little gentle side bend toward the right, really getting deeper into that hip flexor stretch. Stay there and breathe into that left rib cage. And take another inhale, lengthen up, reach both hands up, and then down towards the floor. Find that basis of work. Curl the left toes under, pick up the knee, so you're in your runner's lunge. From here, find that connection with your abdominals and your front leg to pull the back leg in and bring yourself to standing, feet are hip distance apart, and bring yourself forward into a forward fold. Stay here and breathe. And exhale. Inhale through the nose, and then as you exhale, begin to roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, lengthening all the way up to standing. Now from here, bring your hands to your hips. We're going to step our right foot back and turn the heel in slightly towards midline of the body. The toes are out. Pick your left toes up, bend your right knee, and sit back for your hamstring stretch. Stay here and breathe. Find the spine nice and long, pulling the belly in, really stretching through that leg. Bring yourself back up, turn the heel back to face the front, stand back, feet parallel, reach the hands up, little baby back bend, salute the sun. Exhale, hands back to the hips. This time we're going to step back with the left foot. Step it back, turn the heel in slightly, toes are out. Kick the right toes up towards the ceiling, bend that left knee and sit the bum back. Long through the spine, lifted through the chest. Feel that nice stretch down the back of the hamstrings. And inhale, exhale, bring yourself up. Turn that foot back to parallel, step back so that your feet are back in parallel. Reach the hands up, little baby back bend. Exhale, dive forward, arms wide till we come all the way into our forward fold. Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, you're going to walk, step, or jump back to your plank. Find that nice strong plank, hands are under the shoulders, belly's pulled in. We're long from our heels all the way to the crown of the head. We're going to take a nice inhale, and as we exhale, push those hips back and come into your down dog. So we're pushing the front of the thighs away from the chest and the chest towards the front of the thighs. Stay here and breathe for a minute. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself into your vinyasa. So look forward towards the hands, push yourself forward to your plank, and then you can bend the elbows down for that tricep push-up, rock the body forward, come up for that upward dog, and then push yourself back to your downward dog. Alternately, come forward, knees, chest, chin, pull it forward, baby cobra. Lift it up, knees, chest, chin, push it up, 4-point kneeling. Toes are curled under, push yourself back for your down dog and stay here and breathe. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, finding that nice length in the back of the legs. And we're going to take an inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Exhale, walk, step, or jump towards your hands and come into a forward fold. Stay here and breathe in your forward fold. You can clasp your hands if you want to. Deep inhale, deep exhale, and then on your next inhale, drop your hands. Exhale, roll your spine all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Inhale, salute the sun, lengthen that spine. Exhale, come back to neutral, clasp those hands behind the back, squeeze the fingers together, roll the shoulders back, and come forward into that hinge and forward fold. Pulling those shoulder blades in towards each other, pulling the hands closer towards the head. Belly is in, back of the thighs are stretching, front of the thighs are connected. Feel the length in the body all the way from the feet up to the hips, and the length in the spine all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head as we're stretched in this forward flexion. Take a deep inhale and release the hands. Exhale, roll the spine up. Find that connection with the back line of the body as you stack the spine, lengthen all the way up. Reach the hands up. Inhale, salute the sun. Exhale, come back to neutral. Bring the hands back. Cactus pose. Inhale, reach the hands up. Little baby back bend. Exhale, back to center. Elbows come back, salute the sun. One more time, reach it up. And then this time, arms come out wide to that T and forward fold. Stay in this forward fold. Inhale and exhale. This time, hands come to the mat. Bend both knees. Walk, step, or jump back to your plank. Push your hips forward. Find that nice, long plank here. Staying nice and strong. Feeling the connection with the abdominals. Then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, hips towards the ceiling. Push yourself back to that down dog. Stay here and breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And take an inhale, bend the knees, look towards the hands, walk, step, or jump back towards the front of your mat. And come into your forward fold. Inhale, let's do a halfway lift. So you're going to slide your hands up your shins, bringing your torso parallel to the floor with a nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, begin to rise up, rolling through the spine, finding that nice articulation through the spine. Coming all the way up, reach the hands up overhead. Baby back bend, salute the sun. Exhale, cactus pose. Inhale, reach up, salute the sun. Now arms go out wide to a T. We're going to dive it down. Dive, hinge, and flex forward, forward fold. Inhale, bend both knees, bring your hands to the floor. Walk, step, or jump back to your plank. Find that nice strong connection in your plank, belly pulled in. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then slowly drop one knee, flattening the top of the foot. Drop the other knee, flattening the top of the foot, and come into your quadruped position. Get your pelvis and your spine in a nice neutral position here. Soften the elbows, fingers are directly under the shoulders. We're going to cat-cow. So inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Lengthen the front of the rib cage. Lengthen the sternum, shine the heart forward, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, angry cat, tuck that tail under, pull the belly button towards the spine, pull those shoulder blades away from each other. Look between your thighs. Inhale, anterior tilt to the pelvis, lengthening through those abdominals. Lengthening the sternum, shoulder blades down and back wide across the collarbone, smile across the room. Exhale, curling it under, pulling the spine in, rounding through the whole back. Inhale, come into our neutral and let's thread the needle. So find your balance on your left hand, lift the right hand out to a T, and then we're going to bend the arm and thread it in the space between our hand and knee. So we bend the left elbow and drop the right shoulder towards the floor. Inhale, push into the left hand. Come back out to your 4-point kneeling with your right hand at a T. Bring the right hand down. Let's reach out on the left hand out to a T. Then bend the right elbow as you thread the needle. Left hand comes between the hand and the knee, shoulder to the ground. Inhale into the top of that right rib cage. Exhale, push into the right hand. Unravel the body back to that T. Hand comes back down to the floor. Keep the belly connected the whole time. Reach the right hand out to your T. Bend the elbow, thread the needle, bring the right shoulder to the floor. Breathe into the left rib cage, in through the nose, and as you exhale through the mouth, push into that left hand. Unravel back to your T. Hand to the floor. Left hand comes out, thread that needle. So really enjoy that twist in the spine, breathing into that top rib cage. Exhaling, coming back out to your T, and then hands back in under the shoulders, and let's just push our hips, our bum to our heels, hips to heels, and stretch those hands forward for an extended child's pose. Bring your forehead to the floor if you can. And if your hips are up quite high, just try and push them a little bit closer towards your heels. Stay here and breathe in through the nose and a loud, deep exhale through the mouth. Using that strong Wayaji breath. And then we're going to look towards our fingers, pull ourselves up to a 4-point kneeling, slide the right leg in, bring the bum to the floor, and spin yourself around so we come onto our back. So in supine, we're going to pull our heels in towards our bum, find that connection with our pelvis. Inhale, exhale, roll the spine away from the floor into that glute bridge. Pull the belly in, use the back line of the body to hold you up there as you stretch the quads. Find that nice straight line from the shoulders to the knees. All of the scapula connected with the floor. The belly is hugged in. Breathing deeply through the back line of the body. Feeling the ribs knit together as we exhale. Take one more inhale and exhale. Release the spine down. Massaging those vertebrae like keys of a piano. Place that lower back on the floor and then tilt the pelvis forward into your neutral. Walk your feet out just a little bit, about 1 foot distance away, and open the hands out to 40 degrees. Look towards your left hand and gently drop the knees over to the right side, gluing that left shoulder into the floor. Take an inhale there, and then as you exhale, connect the belly, pull the knees back up to center, turn your eye gaze back to the ceiling. Inhale, look towards the right hand, drop the knees towards the left side. Inhale and exhale, pull those knees back up to center. Now from here, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Everything is facing the ceiling right now. We're going to roll up to seated. So you're going to inhale, eye gaze follows the hands. Exhale, curl up to that ab prep, then slide those feet away. Push the fingertips towards the toes. And then lengthen up to come up seated on top of our sit bones. From there, bend the knees. Bring your hands to the front of your knees, and we're going to do little C curves. So you're going to exhale, bring the pelvis back, curling. So you're pulling the ribs towards the hips and the hips towards the ribs to come into the C curve in the spine. You sat behind the sit bones. Inhale, pull into the knees, lengthen back up to your neutral. Exhale, curl the spine back, look towards the belly button, find that nice C curve. Inhale, lengthen back up to neutral. One more time, bring it back. Inhale, up to neutral. Good. Now from there, we're going to just bring our hands behind us so that they're just behind the hips, and we're going to rock the knees side to side. Allow the pelvis to be loose with this so your bum cheek can lift from either side. We're just moving through that lower back and relaxing through the spine. And then bring yourself into center, and then we're just going to tilt over to the right so that both knees hit the floor. Slide your left leg back and you come into your zigzag seated position. From here, reach your hands up, hinge forward slightly, bring your hands to the floor and come into a forward stretch. So we're stretching, it's like a figure four stretch. We're stretching into that pigeon pose, but our back leg is in a mermaid stance. Stay here and breathe into both sides of your waistline, into that right glute. Exhaling, going a little bit deeper. Inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands back in towards your knee. Find that length in the spine, bring the hands back behind the hips. Pick up those knees and zigzag them over to the other side. So we'll turn so you can see me. So you're in your mermaid stretch on the other side, reach your hands up, find the length in the waistline, hinge forward, then bring your hands to the floor, slide it forward. Breathe into that left glute. And if you don't feel the stretch enough in the hip, if you walk your hands over towards your right side, you'll not only feel it in the hip and the bum, but you'll feel it in the QL as well. Okay, sometimes people just have more flexibility in that hip joint than others. Let's stay here and breathe. One more inhale, one deep exhale through the mouth. Then inhale as you exhale, walk your hands back, bringing the body back up to seated. Now bring your hands behind you, pick up that right knee, fold it in, and bring the feet together, soles of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall here, grab onto the outside edge of your feet, and butterfly stretch those inside of the hips. So just try and push those knees towards the floor, and your feet might be out quite wide, or you might have them in really close. But you can use your elbows to push into those knees, or you can use the outside, your glutes and the outside of your thighs to push those knees down and keep lengthening through the spine. And if you feel comfortable there and you want to stretch a little bit deeper, you can come into a forward fold. And just breathe, coming closer towards your toes, rounding through the spine. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, roll the spine back up, lengthen up. Send the feet away, long out in front of you. Turn your palms to face towards your bottom. Point the toes, energize through the legs, and just pick those hips up into a full bridge. Holding it here, breathe, look down towards your toes, pulling the belly in, finding that nice neutral spine. Then exhale, round through the spine, place the hips down, and bend the knees, and bring yourself down, all the way down to the floor. Open the feet out to shoulder distance, heels in towards the body, toes pointing away. Open the arms out to the side of the body and come into your corpse pose or your Shavasana. I'm going to stay here and breathe. And we're just going to do one little breathing exercise just to help remind you how to control your breath when we're working hard through our exercises. It's a little bit different than with round one. We don't have as much intensity with the cardio, as much hopping about, but it's still important to remember to breathe properly, and especially with those push-ups. So when we're flowing, it's important to use that strong Vajrayana breath where we breathe in through the nose and out loud through the mouth. This works two ways. One, it helps cool the breath, and two, like a dog panting, and two, it helps to expel all of the air from the lungs so we get a fuller inhale through the next breath. Okay, now this next exercise we're going to learn to control our breath. So we're going to take little tiny sips of air coming in and little tiny sips of air coming out. So I'm going to talk you through it. We're going to start with two big cleansing breaths. Normal breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now we're going to take a deep inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to blow it out in little breaths, 5 little breaths. So inhale through the nose, and here we go. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out. One more time. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way to the top, and then exhale all the way to the bottom. One more time. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale all the way to the bottom. Now we're going to inhale little baby sips up. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way to the top. And exhale all the way to the bottom. Inhaling slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way to the top. Exhale all the way to the bottom. Draw that rib cage in and open the rib cage wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the way to the bottom. Regular inhale and exhale in through the nose, out out through the mouth. One more time, and then we're going to take tiny sips up and then tiny sips down. So one more regular inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, and then here we go, tiny steps in. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the top. 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One full inhale and exhale normally. And let's do that again. Here we go, tiny sips in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to the top. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way to the bottom. Regular inhale and exhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, and last round. Here we go, tiny sips in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, knit those ribs together all the way down to 2 and 1. Take a regular inhale, a regular exhale, and then just come back to your normal breathing. See the way your ribs open out to the sides, the fall and the rise and fall of the belly. Trying to breathe into our belly, letting the tension go in our muscles, and thanking ourselves for where we've come so far in the program. And for a nice stretch today through those shoulders, through the hips, to prepare us for our arm load, which comes back again tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe. See you tomorrow.